there's at least one more thing that I forgot to mention, very critical about the Ramchal. He was very young when he started shaking the whole world. He started 17, he already started getting angels and stuff. Even before that, he wrote a book on Diktuk, which wasn't really what they were expecting. They were big enough, they were great geniuses, they appreciated it, but he was already rattling the cage a little. But when he started with writing books where he quotes, Father Abraham comes down and tells me this, and Moses tells me this, that caught him. He started shaking, but he was very young. He was full of life, full of excitement. He did away with the diktuk, like we said, all the grammar. And he wrote plays. At his wedding, he got married late in, I forgot exactly when, maybe he was 27. He at his wedding, his disciples, his group that studied by him, that were under his guidance, they put on a play of Gog Magog, Armageddon. Now you have to understand what was going on then. He was being accused. There was a great witch hunt against him. They were accusing him of being another Shapsai Tzvi, God forbid, another false Messiah. And and it's not like today. It's very, very scary stuff going on. The whole world was banding against him. Great rabbis, they were gonna ban him and really put an end to him. It was, and in the midst of that, they put on a full play of Gog and Magog Armageddon, and he even his own Rebbe, his own rabbi that brought him up said, "What do you think you're doing? The whole world is going crazy," and he writes, "What's the big deal? This is Simchat Chasam v'Kala. This is bringing joy to the groom and the bride. This is a big mitzvah, and it's good to rejoice." So he was full of life and pep, and this is very much in the spirit of Nanach, not to lose sight, not to fall into some type of contest of stringencies and blackness, but be very happy. And while I'm at it, I want to also clarify that many people in the world, they slander the Ramchal, saying that he shaved. The Ramchal himself addresses this in his letter. In a letter he writes that when he was probably around 17, I think, maybe. But he writes, he addresses this and he says, "Oh, it's been a long time already that I'm growing my beard." and that which you heard, that I cut my beard, I can't write about openly, I'll tell you in person. So it's a terrible slander that people try to put on him. And possibly because this raises another issue, that in the book that Rabbi Natan compiled, Shemot HaTzadikim, the names of Tzadikim, as I say this, I suddenly see all these names here in memory, people that donated money to build this holy tomb. Baruch Hashem, Davar B'ito Matov. In the names of the tzaddikim, which Rabbi Natan clearly says everyone should feel free to add as many names, and people have done. There are editions now with many more names, but it's still blatantly missing the Ramchal's name, especially since we know that Rabbi Nachman openly told people to learn some of his works, and why would he? How could he pass him up? And probably, I think, because at that time there was still a lot of contention against the Ramchal. People slandered him about not having a beard, which was complete slander, not true, as I just verified for you. The Ramchal himself, we have a letter from him, denies it and says it's ridiculous. And there were other contentions that certain Hasidic masters claimed that he was a philosopher, and all types of crazy things like that. And possibly, I think, because of that, since Breslev already had so much of their own troubles of the whole world chasing them and condemning them, it wasn't worth it to put his name there for them, because that sufficed with what we have. And now, Baruch Hashem, in our times already, we merit to really understand better a lot of Rabbeinu's teachings and ways from the Ramchal, and we're more than blessed. But possibly because of that, the Ramchal is omitted from Shemos HaTzadikim. But now, Bezrat Hashem, his name is higher and higher. It says Nach Matzachein. Noach Matzachein is Rashi Tevot with the last nun. You could do that if a word is 2 letters especially, so you could take both 2 letters. So it's Nachman, Noach Matzachein, and Matzachein is Rashi Tevot Moshe Chaim Lutzato. Baruch Hashem. Nanach, Nachman, MeUman.